Oh, you know what's another good thing with Midnight Suns is Yuri Lowenthal is playing Spider-Man again. Seems like they're like on the track of he's just Spider-Man now, and I am 100% on board for that.
Oh yeah, he's. At first, I was like, I'm not gonna say I disliked him or anything, but like when I first heard him, I'm like, oh, it's Ben 10, and I could just hear him. But then as time went on, like he eventually, I eventually got into it and like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, he's our Spider Boy.
Yeah. Which Spider Boy is a thing now
Yeah, I know.
again, which is surprising
They just
because
got to make the Dune buggy a thing again, and then we'll all be good.
they kind of did to an extent. Back in like the 2015 series when he had like infinite money, he had a car. He had like the Spider Mobile 2.0.
Yeah. Cause yeah, that was the Parker Industries era, right?
Yeah,
Because he's like, I'm actually gonna sell shit and become, the thing everyone tells me to be, and I did it. And you have to have the status quo of him being absolutely fucking miserable because that's the way it goes with Spider-Man.
that's the thing. He's not even absolutely miserable after it ends. That's why I respect Marvel in that regard a lot more than DC. Because with rare exceptions, like One More Day, they don't just reset their continuity. Their retcons just add, they don't subtract. And when stuff like that ends, it's not pointless, because like it all still happened and there's still repercussions as a result of it. It's like Pop said in the Luke Cage show, always forward, forward always.
Yeah. I still kind of weirdly want to finish the Netflix shows because like I don't know, like it just feels weird that I never finished. The only ones
It
I
is.
finished were Punisher and Daredevil, but
Jessica Jones and Iron Fist, like, you can. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it, but you can. But no, Luke Cage, you should definitely finish. It's so fucking good. It is the best
it
one.
it the one of the reasons why I like couldn't get into season 2 was because the guy who plays a Bushmaster in that whole like cult or whatever,
Uh,
I can barely understand what they're saying
that's fair.
because they all have like thick, heavy like Jamaican accents. So it's like, sir, Jamaican me crazy.
You can't understand patois.
I cannot.
Yeah, that's the advantage. I had a bunch of Jamaican coworkers, so I can understand it easily. It's actually funny when that show was coming out. I was telling one of them about it, and it was like, "Oh yeah, there's the guy in it. He uses Obe," and they were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was the more obscure voodoo thing. Then they were more surprised that I even knew what it was, let alone that it was used in the show. And I was like, "Yeah, I read." Because it was used by the bad guy from Anna Dressed in Blood, which is one of my favorite books of all time.
I don't know what that is.
It's this book about this like kid. He's like a teenager, and his dad was basically a ghost hunter, and he had a magic knife that could like send ghosts to the afterlife. And then one day he died because hazard of the job, and he had like bites taken out of him. And so then his son, because it's like a bloodline thing, was forced to take over for him, even though he was only like a teenager. And he's like, "Oh, here, we're coming here, moving around all the time. And here's like a big one, Anna Dressed in Blood, and she's like a local folklore thing. And like there's like her big empty house on the edge of the town. And he repeatedly goes to her house to try and fight her, and she just wrecks his shit because she's like super powerful. And then they find out that like the ghost that killed his dad, because he ate him, became attached to them because he absorbed like the powers of any creatures that it ate. So all the ghosts that the son had killed in the years since then had just made him stronger because he was like connected to the blood knife. And then the kid falls in love with the ghost girl, and they team up to fight him. And the villain was called the Obey Man, the Obey Man, because he had like voodoo powers.
Hmm.
It's a really good book.
Is it like a book or is it a comic book?
No, it's a book. I read it in high school. It was really good. I own both physical and audiobook copies of both the original and the sequel. The sequel's not as good though, but it is a satisfying conclusion. And they said at one point they were going to make it a movie, and they never did, and I'm still mad.
Well, don't you know, Tim? They gotta make sequels to all the things, and then like, they gotta remake all the other things, and then not have any originality or any creativeness. Oh, look, this really creative book. Nah, fuck that shit. We need a Lion King prequel.
No,
Sure, why not?
this was back during like the Twilight era, so supernatural teen romance was a hot ticket item. So it's surprising they never at least got some version of it off the ground. Oh, that reminds me, there was one thing in Midnight Suns that like really pissed me off, because like Danvers is better than she is in a lot of stuff, but they're still kind of like on her dick.
Yep.
And there's a point where she's talking about like, oh, the struggles of being the strongest person around, when she's really not. They need to stop with that. And then she compares herself to Buffy, and I was like, oh, fuck you. How dare you stand where she stood?
She didn't even stand where she stood. She just licked up the stuff that was left on her boots.
On her stylish and affordable boots.
I need to watch so much. I need to like focus on like TV show shit this year, because I want to watch all the DC stuff that I missed as a child.
Such
My
as
parents thought superhero stuff was too violent. So Justice League Unlimited, the Batman.
The Batman is so
Batman
good.
Beyond. Even the older stuff like before I was born, Superman the Animated Series, all that. So
I'm glad people have like been putting the respect that the Batman deserves, because it's so good. Like, yeah, some of the stuff is stupid, but overall it's good. Their version of Mr. Freeze is ass, but he's like one of the only ones.
I mean, it's so hard when you have an example like Heart of Ice. It's just, can only do so much.
Well, I think it's because there was like some kind of legal thing, or like, it wasn't legal thing. It was because of, like, DC mandates. There was like, oh, if we're using this thing in this property, then you can't use it the exact same way in another property because we don't want to confuse people. Like that shit.
Just so retarded, but whatever. Continue.
Yeah, so that's why they just made him like he was originally, where it's just like, oh, he's a thief and he steals diamonds and that's it. His design was cool though.
That's what happened with with Spider-Man the animated series. They couldn't use, I believe, Sandman and Electro because of the James Cameron movie that was maybe kind of going to happen, not really, and so they just ended up not using either character because of that, and it never happened anyway. So fun.
I always, whenever I hear James Cameron, I just remember the South Park song. It's like, his name is James Cameron, the bravest pioneer. It's so stupid, but it's funny. Yeah, that's probably my favorite example of that happening, though, is it happened with Human Torch twice. Because
didn't like Herbie replace him? That's why Herbie became a thing.
Yeah, that's why Herbie became a thing with the 70s cartoon, and that's why Firestar was the thing in the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
So they wanted to create a Human Torch movie, but not a Fantastic Four movie?
There is some...
Is that why it was?
Yeah, it was just a Human Torch movie, and there is some logic to that. In like the very early 60s, when they first started like the proper Marvel universe as it is now, they did try and make him like a solo character. Like, he was the focus of one of the books. I think it was Strange Tales. Like, then he got usurped by Doctor Strange.
As one does.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess that makes sense, but it's just like kind of funny how it's like, not Human Torch, or not Fantastic Four, but Human Torch. Sure. I mean, he is the best one out of the four, in my opinion, but that's just me.
I'd say Thing, but he's the only other really good one. Because Reed sucks and Sue is boring.
But she's a woman, isn't she the greatest thing ever, and the most powerful, and the most wonderful?
No, that's their daughter.
Oh, not even Franklin?
No, well, Franklin was the most powerful, but they can't fucking decide what to do with him. He's been repowered and depowered so many fucking times.
Do you like Franklin or no?
He's fine. Like, He's like one of the ones. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. It depends on the writer. Valeria is pretty consistently good, just because she has my favorite character trait, bitch.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Like it's like her fucking godfather is Doctor Doom, and she embraces it.
Why is he her godfather?
Because there was like some kind of, cosmic radiation or otherwise superhero related complications with the pregnancy, and they needed him to like do some kind of shit to make it go well, and he was like, fine, but I'm the godfather. And so they agreed.
He's the Bob father.
Like, honestly, I have more respect for Doctor Doom than I do for Mr. Fantastic.
I mean, I think a lot of people do at this point.
Yeah, because he's just great. And he's a showman, which is like one of the best things.
Yeah, because when I was learning about Doctor Doom, because there's been like a lot of video essays. I'm like, why can't they get Doctor Doom right? Well, it's one, people are stupid. That's why. That's pretty much it. And so I was, and they were like naming his origin. How he's like this actually like voodoo priest guy, and the reason he got his powers is because like he like made like a fucking like deal with like the devil or something, and then he like got all these weird mystical powers and shit. And I'm like, that sounds fucking awesome. I want to see that in a movie, not just mopey guy with a fucking metal mask, because that's pretty much all they've done with him in the movies.
Oh yeah, because one of his main things is he has beef with Mephisto because Mephisto stole his mom's soul. And so eventually, he went to hell, beat Mephisto's ass, and took it back. Like, he just fucking awesome. He fucking bare-knuckle brawled Mephisto and won. Because Mephisto is a bitch.
And not the fun type, either.
He's the annoying kind. No, Doctor Doom he's so good. Like, that's one of my favorite Doctor Doom scenes in anything is from Savage Avengers, which was like one of the books they did when they brought Conan back into like main canon, and it was mostly just Conan getting blasted around the Marvel universe, and for a little while he gets taken in by Doctor Doom, and then Doctor Strange shows up at his castle to like talk to them, and they're like, Doom, Strange, and then Conan's just like, Conan. And then they're like eating.
Although, no, sorry, continue.
I was like, then like Conan and Doom are eating dinner together, and he's like, fucking, I don't trust people who eat with a fucking mask on, and he just takes it off and is like, fine, fuck you.
But yeah, one of the best things, because it was like, again, it's like one of those videos that's like, hey, this happened, because comics are weird type videos, which I did like have like a phase of a little bit, because it's just like hilarious, like how stupid can comics get, and very stupid. So one of them was like, or the time like Luke Cage battled his way to fucking Latveria to fucking get like $70 from Doctor Doom because he was pissed because he needed his $70. And it was like the most ridiculous fucking thing ever. It's like, honestly, I'd watch that movie. Like, give me that Luke Cage movie. I'll fucking watch that.
No, I want a Luke Cage movie that adapts the story where the Punisher made himself black for a couple weeks and they became friends.
And then at the same time, DC should do a movie where Lois Lane becomes black so she could be in it with the black people of the projects.
I don't know what's worse, that both of those are real or that, like, they've never referenced them.
I mean, skirting it under the rug, that's probably the best way to handle it.
No, own it. Own your retarded move. That's my stance. If you're gonna do something stupid, do it spectacularly.
Or just make an entire movie about, Lois cucking Superman's mom.
Honestly, they could make a movie out of that.
I would see it. Like, they could definitely like make maybe a soap opera parody. Not a parody, but like a satire, but like entirely played straight.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, this happened. Like, have it like be like a soap opera, like kind of being aware of how silly it is, but like all the characters play it straight in the movie.
That would be amazing.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
Honestly,
who
there's
was
a lot
the-
of shit you could do that with.
Oh yeah, who was the? Who was the user who did the video on that? What's her name again?
Oh, those Casually Comics. Yeah, no, she's one
Casually
of like
Comics,
she's one of like
that's
the
what it
only two comic YouTubers I consistently watch. There's her and Linkara, and that's basically it. Because most of the other ones are either like, I have to just be in a mood to watch them, or I can only watch them in doses. Or they're ones like Comic Drake, where I gave them multiple chances and they had so many just brain dead takes. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, that's what happened with me with totally weird YouTube channel. But it was this guy who reviewed candy, and he would like he acted as he wore a horse mask, and he would like claimed himself to be a horse, and like as the character, and it was really funny. Like he had like a lot of like weird takes, but it was like fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But like the non-stop circle jerking of Cadbury fucking annoyed me too much. I unsubscribed. Like, cause I'm just sick
I don't
of it.
think that's
like,
a
Cadbury
sentence
fucking...
anyone has ever said before, and I respect that.
Cause I hate how everybody keeps sucking Cadbury's dick at this point. They're not that good. Hot take. Hershey's is better, and you can fucking come at me with that shit.
Aside from like the not even the cream eggs, the actual chocolate eggs, like the Easter eggs, those are the only good thing they do.
I like the filled eggs, but only if it's caramel. Because I tried the cream egg and it was nasty.
Yeah, see, like I'm very particular with caramel when it comes to candy. Like I prefer it to be chewy rather than gooey.
I would have thought the opposite, but yeah, no, that makes sense. Sorry,
I seem like a gooey guy.
Yeah, you seemed like a gooey guy. I prefer it gooey, but I like it chewy. But did you hate the caramel M&Ms or did you like those?
Oh no, those are fucking nasty.
Okay, that's what it was. But like that similar consistency of like chewy, right?
No, see, I like chewy, but like an actual caramel chew, or like the caramel that's on like a Twix or a Milky Way.
Okay, like a Werther's original type thing.
Yeah, like it has to be chewy, but not like, it doesn't have to be like taffy consistency.
Gotcha. I like it when it's like runny and gooey, and I like that.
It dribbles out of your mouth a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
We're at the God damn it, we're at the point of fuck you stuff.
Yeah. Hold on.
Entrance window frame.
All right.
Entrance
there's
window
that
pediments.
Did you get the stuff on the side? Because I remember I like did everything, and then there was the stuff on the side.
Oh yeah. I'll get that.
Yeah, you could see the little bit right there. Like, it was so funny. I got literally everything. I was going crazy. And then, like, this entire side was just black with fucking dirt. And I'm like, oh, that's what I forgot. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever the next Smash Bros. Comes out, I want Power Wash Simulator guy.
Yeah, this guy's based.
Power Wash Simulator guy and House Flipper.
Yeah.
For Smash. And also Sparkster the Possum Knight.
What is it?
Sparkster the Possum Knight. He was from like a couple of games from like the 90s. I only know who he is because of Sonic for Hire.
Next Smash character, Bubsy. You put a cat in a shirt, it's Bubsy.
You had a cat and you put him in a shirt, bam, it was Bubsy. Where the fuck is this? Oh, fucking these things. How the hell did I not finish these things? Goddamn crevices.
Ah, yes, of course. Oh my god, it's like so anal. It's funny because it's like sometimes it's like you finish like most of it and like there's like still visible dirt stains and then it just goes away. But no, and then like sometimes it's like, oh, the most asinine crevices you can barely fucking see with the naked eye. And no, you have to get that. It's weird how interesting how the mechanics work with that. Alright, let's see. Blur pedestal.
It's this. There we go.
Yeah. Oh my god. What else?
I
Oh my
think
god.
yeah, the rest of it's all like nooks and
Oh,
crannies
it's
in the
all the
clock tower.
fucking.
Yeah, yeah.
I always forgot the fucking toolbox stuff where it's like, oh fuck me. Did everything so good. I felt so good about myself. I'm like, I got it. No, it's like.
It's like, yeah,
Fuck off.
fucked it up. You done goofed.
You know, like behind the toolbox where it's like, how are they gonna fucking notice that?
God damn it. On the right side, at least this is the
There we
worst
go.
one because the movie theater is a lot. It's like it's bigger, but it's still easier for the most part. Eh. Clock dial cogs.
I literally went through all the cogs and it showed all of them were fucking
What
done.
the fuck? Why do I keep picking up the ladder?
Here, glitch.
What the fuck? Hold on, I'm gonna unplug and replug my controller. There we go. These two. There we go. Okay. We're doing it. Clock winding mechanism. Wait, this. Ah, you missed the underside.
Motherfucker.
Clock tower light.
Fucking got the light. It dinged. Fuck you.
No,
Not you.
did-
I'm just saying the game.
I don't know. Let's see. Clock tower pediment wall. So that I think would be outside. Yeah. Oh fuck. God damn it. It's like somewhere on the wall.
Oh, the fuck. Your damn crevices are gonna be the end of me.
I found a splotch of something, but it wasn't enough. Ah, there we go. Fuck. There's something right on top, like right on the edge of the top of where the clock. I'm gonna use cleaner. It's not reaching.
Oh shit.
There we go. Fuck you. Okay, the workbench, the columns, and the beams.
I'm trying to get the workbench. There's like nothing left here. I got the vice and I got the gear, so that's good.
Which
But, like,
beam?
still.
This beam.
Gym beam. That's what I need after finishing this fucking level.
Wall columns back outside. Outside now. Ah.
How do I close this fucking door?
I
I could
think
have sworn you could have closed.
up or down, yeah. You missed like the whole side of the beam. Is it like maybe it's like the underside or the back?
I'm going to the underside and it's still not working.
I mean like the under.
This gave me a
underside.
lot of.
There we go. Yeah, we did it. Fuck you.
Oh god, my arm. Blow my nose. I apologize in advance.
It is not accepted.